Today's audiobook, The One Thing by Gary Keller and Jay Papasan, is a self-help book that emphasizes the power of focusing on a single task in order to achieve extraordinary results. The central premise is that by concentrating your energy and effort on the most important task, you can simplify your life and achieve greater success in both personal and professional realms. The book encourages readers to eliminate distractions, say no to less important tasks, and prioritize their one thing that will lead to the most significant outcomes. With practical advice and insights, The One Thing guides individuals to maximize their productivity, find clarity in their goals, and accomplish what truly matters. The book stresses the importance of discipline and commitment to this singular focus in order to make meaningful progress and reach desired results. Chapter 1 of The One Thing is titled, The Lies. They Mislead and Derail Us. In this chapter, the authors introduce the concept that many of the things we believe to be true about success and productivity are actually misleading and can prevent us from achieving extraordinary results. These lies, or misconceptions, include the idea that we can effectively multitask, that everything is equally important, and that we should strive for a work-life balance that is unrealistic. The authors argue that these false beliefs divert our attention away from what truly matters, leading to scattered efforts and diminished outcomes. Instead of attempting to do everything at once, Keller and Papasan emphasize the importance of focusing on the one thing that will have the most significant impact. This chapter lays the foundation for the book's central message. Simplifying and prioritizing your efforts can help you achieve extraordinary success. Chapter 2 of The One Thing, titled Extraordinary Results, Unlocking the Possibilities Hidden in the One Thing, dives deeper into the concept of focusing on one thing at a time to achieve exceptional results. The authors explore the idea that by narrowing your focus, you can unlock immense possibilities and accomplish more than you ever thought possible. Keller and Papasan argue that extraordinary results are not the result of doing everything well, but by doing the most important thing exceptionally well. They introduce the principle of focusing on the one thing that makes everything else easier or unnecessary. This single task or goal, when identified and prioritized, can lead to significant progress and success. The chapter highlights the power of simplicity and explains how focusing on one goal at a time can create a ripple effect that positively impacts other areas of life. By narrowing your focus, you gain clarity, eliminate distractions, and concentrate your energy on what truly matters. The idea is to find the key task that moves you forward and ignore the distractions that don't contribute to your ultimate objective. Keller and Papasan emphasize that extraordinary results come not from doing more things, but from doing fewer things more effectively. They challenge the reader to think about the most important thing they can do at this moment that will have the greatest impact on their life or work. The chapter also stresses the importance of discipline and commitment to this focus in order to achieve the desired results. In essence, Chapter 2 reinforces the core message of the book by choosing the one thing that will bring about the greatest results and eliminating other distractions. You open the door to extraordinary success. Chapter 3 of The One Thing, titled Live with Purpose, focuses on the importance of understanding your purpose in life as the foundation for identifying your one thing. The authors argue that having a clear sense of purpose is crucial because it helps guide your decisions, set your priorities, and provides motivation for staying focused on what truly matters. Keller and Papasan suggest that purpose is the starting point for achieving extraordinary results. Without a strong sense of purpose, it becomes easy to be distracted by the multitude of tasks and obligations that can overwhelm us. Purpose acts as a filter, helping you determine which tasks align with your long-term goals and which ones don't. In this chapter, the authors also discuss how purpose-driven goals provide clarity, direction, and meaning. By identifying what is truly important to you, whether it's related to career, relationships, or personal growth, you can focus your efforts on the things that have the most significant impact. This deep sense of purpose serves as a compass, guiding you toward the one thing that will move you closer to your vision of success. Furthermore, the chapter emphasizes that understanding your purpose isn't just about setting goals but about aligning your daily actions with your deeper values. When your one thing is connected to a higher purpose, it becomes easier to remain disciplined, overcome obstacles, and stay motivated in the face of challenges. Ultimately, Chapter 3 underscores that to live with extraordinary results, you must start with a clear understanding of your purpose, which will direct your focus toward the most meaningful and impactful goals. Chapter 4 of The One Thing, titled Live with Priority, emphasizes the importance of setting priorities to achieve extraordinary results. The authors argue that understanding and determining what should be prioritized is essential to avoid distractions and stay on track toward achieving your most important goals. Keller and Papasan introduce the concept of focusing on the one thing by saying no to other less important tasks. They explain that in order to live a productive and successful life, you must prioritize your most significant goal or activity, and avoid spreading yourself too thin by trying to do everything at once. The principle is clear. You must make your one thing a priority in order to achieve extraordinary results. The authors discuss the idea of the extraordinary counterintuitive approach, which means focusing on one important task even when there are many competing demands on your time. Instead of being reactive and trying to accomplish every task that comes your way, the key is to proactively decide what will have the greatest positive impact on your goals and give it your full attention. This chapter stresses that living with priority requires discipline and commitment. It also includes practical tips on how to prioritize tasks and structure your day to ensure that your time and energy are devoted to the most important things. Keller and Papasan suggest that by identifying your one thing, aligning it with your core purpose, and then structuring your priorities around that, you can achieve lasting success. In short, Chapter 4 underscores the power of focus and intentionality. By recognizing what matters most, prioritizing it above everything else, and aligning your actions with that priority, you can create a life of extraordinary results. Chapter 5 of The One Thing, titled Live with Productivity, focuses on how to maximize your productivity by concentrating on the one task that will give you the greatest results. The authors argue that productivity is not about doing more things, but about doing the right thing, the one thing that matters most. Keller and Papasan emphasize that productivity is not a matter of working harder or being busy, but of being effective in what you choose to do. They introduce the concept of the Pareto principle, also known as the 80-20 rule, which suggests that 80% of results come from just 20% of efforts. By identifying and focusing on that critical 20%, you can make the greatest impact with your time and energy. To achieve this, the authors suggest that you need to eliminate distractions and focus deeply on your one thing for extended periods. They advocate for the importance of time blocking, setting aside specific times in your day to work on your top priority without interruption. This technique helps to ensure that you give your most important task the attention it deserves, rather than spreading yourself thin across multiple competing tasks. In this chapter, Keller and Papasan also discuss the importance of saying no to distractions, and how this requires discipline and the ability to guard your time. By learning to protect your focus and create boundaries, you can avoid the temptation to chase after everything that comes your way and instead devote your time to the work that will yield the highest returns. Ultimately, Chapter 5 is about cultivating a mindset of productivity that centers on focus and effectiveness. By identifying the one thing that will have the greatest impact on your goals and dedicating time and energy to it, you can be highly productive and achieve extraordinary results. Chapter 6 of The One Thing, titled Live with Possibility, explores the importance of maintaining an open, expansive mindset to unlock the potential for extraordinary success. In this chapter, Keller and Papasan emphasize the need to believe in the possibilities that come with focusing on the one thing. The authors argue that many people limit their success by adopting a fixed mindset or believing in constraints that prevent them from reaching their full potential. Instead, they encourage readers to cultivate a mindset of possibility, one that is open to new opportunities, growth, and the realization that extraordinary results are achievable when you focus on the right things. Keller and Papasan also explain how having a possibility-driven mindset helps individuals overcome fear and doubt, allowing them to take bold steps toward their goals. They suggest that when you focus on your one thing, you are more likely to see opportunities where others might see obstacles. This shift in mindset leads to more creative solutions, greater innovation, and a willingness to take risks that could ultimately lead to success. The chapter highlights the role of optimism and belief in what's possible. By aligning your actions with your one thing and believing that you can achieve extraordinary results, you are more likely to push past limiting beliefs and create breakthroughs in your personal and professional life. Overall, Chapter 6 underscores the significance of thinking beyond limitations and being open to the possibilities that focusing on the most important task can bring. It teaches readers to embrace a mindset that empowers them to pursue their goals with confidence and clarity, believing that extraordinary success is within reach. Chapter 7 of The One Thing, titled Live with Profit, focuses on how prioritizing the one thing can lead to long-term financial success and personal fulfillment. In this chapter, Keller and Papasan argue that focusing on the most important tasks not only brings extraordinary results but also creates sustainable profitability in both business and life. The authors explain that by directing your efforts toward your one thing, you can achieve more significant financial returns and greater satisfaction, as you realigning your work with what truly matters and what generates the greatest value. Rather than spreading yourself thin across multiple ventures or tasks that may seem profitable but are less impactful, focusing on one core thing ensures that your efforts are concentrated and productive, leading to higher returns. The chapter emphasizes the importance of creating a business or life structure that supports this singular focus, such as adopting the mindset of maximizing profit in key areas. By identifying the one thing in your business that will generate the greatest profit and focusing your energy there, you can avoid wasting time on low-yield activities and instead create systems that foster long-term success. Keller and Papasan also discuss the balance between short-term profit and long-term success. While it's tempting to chase immediate financial gains, the chapter stresses the value of sustainable growth, which comes from working on the most important tasks consistently over time. By prioritizing what matters most, you're investing in your future success. In essence, Chapter 7 emphasizes that true profit comes not from doing many things, but by focusing on one thing at a time, which leads to greater efficiency, success, and fulfillment. By aligning your goals with this principle, you can create lasting financial and personal profit that supports both your immediate and long-term aspirations. Chapter 8 of The One Thing, titled Extraordinary Results, What's the One Thing You Can Do?, serves as the culmination of the book's central message. In this chapter, Keller and Papasan encourage readers to apply the principles they've learned throughout the book to their own lives by identifying the one thing that will have the greatest impact on their personal and professional success. The authors emphasize the importance of constantly asking yourself, what's the one thing I can do, such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary. This question is designed to help you narrow your focus and identify the most important task or goal that will lead to extraordinary results. By finding this one thing, you simplify your life, increase your effectiveness, and make significant progress toward your long-term goals. The chapter also encourages readers to commit to their one thing fully and wholeheartedly. This commitment involves prioritizing the task, making time for it, and staying disciplined, even when faced with distractions or competing demands. Keller and Papasan remind readers that extraordinary success does not come from doing more things, but from doing the right thing consistently. The authors close the book with a call to action. To live a life of extraordinary results, you must identify and commit to your one thing, and then take massive action toward it. By doing so, you unlock your full potential and set yourself on a path toward achieving goals that may have once seemed out of reach. In essence, Chapter 8 reinforces the idea that focusing on the most important task, your one thing, is the key to achieving extraordinary results, and it challenges readers to put this principle into practice in every area of their lives. The conclusion of The One Thing reinforces the central message of the entire book. Focusing on the one thing that matters most is the key to achieving extraordinary results in both your personal and professional life. Gary Keller and J. Papasan stress that success comes not from doing more, but from doing less and concentrating your energy on what truly matters. The authors encourage readers to make a commitment to this principle and apply it consistently. They emphasize the importance of prioritizing the one thing that will have the greatest impact, making it the focal point of your daily life, and avoiding distractions and tasks that don't contribute to your main goal. By staying disciplined and focused, you can simplify your life, achieve your most important objectives, and unlock your full potential. Keller and Papasan also acknowledge that this approach requires hard work, commitment, and sacrifice, but the rewards, extraordinary success, fulfillment, and happiness, are worth the effort. The conclusion ends with a call to action, to take control of your life, identify your one thing, and pursue it with clarity and dedication, knowing that by doing so, you will create lasting, meaningful results. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Audiobook World channel for new summary.